their job too. But some NBA news. We caught Wemby getting in NBA news. We saw Wemby hanging out with Kevin Garnett, and at this point, I think the NBA gods are trying to force Wemby to be the GOAT. And honestly, personally, I think it's greedy. I personally think this is greedy because you do not need all that. Because of not even to mention, you just came back from training with the monks to find inner peace. You want to talk to this crazy man, literally the craziest man in NBA history. The guy that was slamming his head against the wall just to get himself going for games. No, you don't need to meet him. What do you need to meet him for? What do you need to talk to him for? The thing is, you're literally in your second year. You're already an all-star. What more do you want from me? And you, honestly, you're in your second year. You're the average 20 and 10, and you should legitimately have a case for having both of those defensive player of the years. And honestly, what more could you want? What more could you want? If you stopped here, you would be a perennial all-star. What else do you need? What else? And my thing is, I feel like he's had such a perfect career so far, because he comes to the league. He's already a very serious-minded guy. He reads books, and he actually gets past halfway through them, unlike some NBA players. He consistently goes above and beyond. And even when he got drafted to the Spurs, not even to mention the Spurs being one of the greatest, the most serious franchises in NBA history, they know winning. They are able to put all your personality to the side so everyone have one goal, and that is winning. No one will have ads. You want a Nike deal? Please go to Dallas. I do not care. I don't care. Go to Dallas. And he was able to get that organization. And guess what? Every legend in that franchise's organization is like, hey, here is my number. Call me. Tim Duncan says, hey, here's my number too. David Robinson, here's my number. Tony Parker. You're hanging out with Monty Ginobili on the offseason? That's greedy. What do you need from him? Why do you need to learn to shoot from him? Tony Parker is putting you on game on passing? Why? And like all rookies on a terrible team, on a rebuilding team, he started his first season and they were not good. I think they won maybe 14. They won maybe 14, 15 games. It was bad. But I will say, it was not his fault. He was the last person for you to be putting some blame on him. And as you were watching, you start to notice things he's running the fast break pretty good. Is he back cutting? Did he set a screen to? Interesting. He's moving on the perimeter. He can he has form when he shoots. He might not hit it, but the form is there. So you're telling me a 7'4" guy is figuring out how to shoot? This could be very problematic. But hey, let's see what happened. I remember, and as you are watching him, you recognize he has the type of physical tools that. He has the physical tools that mean that he's always open. That's the best way I can put it. I remember there was a play where, first, let me take a step back. One of the main reasons the Spurs were losing so frequently in his rookie year is because of a lot of his players were also super young, head down while dribbling, trying to get their own buckets. No one was facilitating besides maybe Trey Jones. They weren't able to play off of him. They weren't really looking for him, even though he's 7'4", 12-3 when he does this. It's kind of hard to miss him, but hey, sometimes the IQ is just not there. I remember there was a play where he literally walked behind somebody, and then he walks behind him. No one passes it to him, and he literally pretends to jump and then dunk the ball with air. Mid-game. And nobody sees him. The guard is looking down, waiting to take a bad shot. Damn. Vassell. If you're wondering why my voice is just destroyed, this weekend has been a barbaric amount of movements and a barbaric amount of people that I've seen. Old, young, middle. I have been hanging out with 8-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and 26-year-olds for the past 48 48 hours. So, hey, bear with me while I lose my voice. Back to But yeah, no, as you watch Wemby, right? He already exhibiting those all-time defensive where he is right now. He might be a top like 15 defender all time when you're just looking at the advanced stats. But when you're looking at the eye test, he looks very much top 10, top 5 when it comes to defense right now. And keep in mind, this is as worse as it's gonna get. So you're like, you know what? Hey, maybe his downfall will be how skinny he is, and he won't be able to put on the muscle, and he will just, what his downside would be his body. Let's just hope that that's what it is, right? He proceeds to put on 35 pounds of muscle in one offseason. Please, Giannis, leave him alone. I don't know what you did. I don't know who you contacted, but I smell something in the air. Something is wrong. Something is amiss. So as I'm watching, you're able to be like, you know what? I'm going to put my mind into gaining weight, and that's exactly what you did. First of all, that is very hard. You are 7'3". I've seen 6'7" people struggle to put on muscle mass. So you know what? That's very much worrisome, but let's see if you can move it. And then you go and train with the monks. You go and link the monks. For what? For what? What do you need? Why do you need them? So now you want the inner tranquility along with the outer tranquility. And you know what? And I missed this step. Speaking of mentors, I missed one key guy. You were kicking it with CP3 for a year. Just a year. You was hanging out with CP3. Stop that. You don't need that. That's a lot. You don't need CP3. What do you need? Being able to see the game from CP3's perspective is a type of greed that you ever went to a Thanksgiving? Have you ever went to a Thanksgiving dinner? You ate the food and then you went and took a plate home, but home was another Thanksgiving dinner. That's the type of greed that is coming out from having CP3 as his teammates, as his mentor, as his guy. But as you were watching, right, you were able to get that connection from CP3. First of all, greedy, but hey, let's get past it. And now you have teammates. What do you need teammates for? That's what I'm asking you. What do you need them for? What could you possibly need them for? Because of the fact that they were like, okay, I believe in you so much. We should have been trying to go win a championship, but let's just do it right now. Let me just put it into stone. Let's re-sign De'Aaron Fox and let's see what we could do with it. Not even to mention that we already drafted a rookie that looks very nice. But hey, a whole nother conversation. Oh, well, I almost forgot. I forgot one part about the CP3 thing. I remember it now. People forget how important mentorship really is. Do you think SGA would be who he was without that year with the Clippers where CP3 was put not Clippers. I remember why I mentioned CP3 in the first place. Do you think SGA would be the SGA we all know and love if he was not playing on the Thunder with CP3? Do you think that he would be who he was without being on the Clippers with Lou Will? No. Because of the old heads are able to give you game that you would not be able to see on your own. It is difficult to know when to pass, when to score, when to look at the game in different perspectives, and how to score in all three levels without somebody guiding you. And now, Wemby has had so many big men guiding him, sending him to where he needs to be. And people forget how good KG was, especially as a big man. Because of Wemby already got a chance kicking with Tim Duncan, right? Well, people forget about KG is one of those talents where he could do it all. He could do it all. And not just defensively, but offensively. Because I remember him back while he was in Minnesota, and he had the type of hard-nosed, hard-headed defense that forced you to have to game plan around that. Because it's like, well, you try and put him in pick and roll, but it's like, no, he might be one of the more mobilest bigs of all time. Because it's like, I mean, he might be 6'11", but you best believe he got the mobile. You got the mobile feet and the mobile footwork of a 2 and a 3. You might be like, okay, on offense, he might not be too usable. He might be not too usable in the post. Let's try and get him in the post. He has that Kobe Bean Bryant's footwork to the levels that we have not seen till this day. Till this day. From the pump fakes to the up and unders to the spin arounds to the fades to the touch off the glass, he might be able to gain just 12% of that greed. He's on a whole nother level coming into this year. Just a whole nother level. Just a whole nother level. And you want to know one more reason why Wemby has been very greedy. It seems like he's not distracted. And I don't like that. I don't like that. That's, I do not need him scoring 70 points on my notes. I don't need it anymore. Can we just wait for the old heads to vamoose from the league before you go on this greedy takeover that you're on? Can you? But yeah, no, Wemby is looking ridiculously good. It's weird. I am a little scared. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little